What a great film. Thank you guys for coming out and sharing that with us. Jimmy and I had an opportunity to speak before this festival started, and he said it in the film as well, but it's not about the unicycle, right?
It's really not. These films that we've seen tonight, we're from Austin, Texas, and these films that we've seen, yes, there you go. These films that we've seen over the weekend, they're in these unbelievable magical places. The Arctic Circle or the Spanish climbing rocks and the skydiving. You know what, but I'm just a teacher. I'm an elementary school teacher. I taught second grade for a long time. And there's an awful lot of magic happening in schools. Every single school across the city, across the nation. So our goal really, as this program started growing, is to really start putting school unicycle programs into a curriculum, into a play-based literacy curriculum. So what we're doing now is we're focusing on getting the kids to journal about the experience, about growing, about perseverance, about believing in themselves, and then you can take that to other schools. So our whole goal is to put school unicycle clubs into curriculums.
What was the inspiration behind it? Where did the unicycle come into play?
So as a teacher, I had summers off all the time, and I got to do really long-distance bicycle trips. And I played college basketball, and I've done a lot of things athletically. And then I came back to the fall one year, and I was coaching lacrosse. And David, he's a 14-year-old, huge feet, terrible athlete. He kind of started talking trash to me a little bit. He's saying, "Hey, coach, you think you're such a good athlete? Can you ride a unicycle?" And so I started looking at it, and I couldn't, not even close. And so then I was teaching second grade at the time, and I went down and started putting some unicycles off Craigslist, $30, $40 off Craigslist, and started putting in my classroom. And Friday afternoons we'd have open gym, and we got together, and that was like 8 years ago, and we've taught like 800 people now, and we're taking it to different schools. Augustine was in my class. The kids, I mean, geez, if you put kids in film, it's like the trump card, it's unbelievable. But anyway, so the thing that I really noticed along the way, along this journey, is I learned a unicycle. I didn't really know. These kids have unbelievable stories. Caitlin, the one I just keep pedaling, just keep pedaling. Caitlin's mom passed away of breast cancer. So the unicycle was an outlet for her to work through adversity. Ella, she's like 8 years going on 30, right? She was bullied left and right before she knew how to ride a unicycle. That really raised her confidence. Augustine has a mild form of cerebral palsy. He couldn't walk until he was 3 years old. When he was in my second grade classroom, I had to sit him in certain spots because he couldn't walk across the classroom because he'd trip on the carpet to turn in work and stuff like that. But anyway, just keep pedaling, keep working toward it. That's whether it's a unicycle or whether it's mountain climbing or skydiving or whatever these extreme people are about. If you can find your one thing and share that with kids, that's the future. And these kids are like 8 years old doing something that a fraction of the world's population can do. And then you can get them to teach other kids how to do it. That's pretty special, That's kind of nice.
Last night, Tracy and Sarah both touched on it a little bit, but showing footage like that and letting those kids have a voice is really important because we as adults think we have it all figured out, and we clearly don't. And we can learn a lot from what these kids are doing and a lot from what you're doing with them. So I think it's a beautiful thing. And for you to share it and allow these kids to have a voice, that's important too, because a lot of the time these kids don't think their voice is relevant. And for you to provide a platform for them is a really special thing. So thank you for doing that.
Thank y'all.
Speaking of the kids, Jimmy asked that we do something for the kids that were in the film tonight. A lot of them obviously couldn't be here, so he wants to kind of show them what's going on. I'm going to let Jimmy tell you what's going on, because I really don't know. I'm just up here acting like I do.
Yeah, so as soon as they found out we got accepted to this film festival, we got a piece of South by Southwest in Austin last year through the educational form. We got a piece of it, and then we just kind of kept pushing it. As soon as we got accepted to this, like my inbox was flooded. Coach, can you take me? Can you take me? Can you take me? I was like, guys, y'all are in school, man. I'm sorry. I'm done with second grade. So anyway, what I really want to do is I want y'all to kind of give a little 5 points love to the kids. I'm going to film it, and we can kind of go from there. And then I can shoot it back to them, and they can know that their voice is heard, and they can know that y'all can take this message to the schools that your kids are at or schools in your neighborhood. And I mean, a unicycle is a super easy thing to instill in schools. It costs $100, for one unicycle. You hang them in the walls, and then you just kind of support it, and that's really it. And so share the love. I'm going to film it, and I'll cut it off in a little bit, but go ahead and go. Yay! Thank y'all very much. Thank you. Awesome. Can I just drop the mic?
Wait, real quick, before you take off, I want to talk about your clinic tomorrow, do you want to say a few words about it?
So we started a nonprofit organization. It's called One Wheel Mini Children. The website that I had a lot of the middle school and high school kids help me put together is still a work in progress. But basically, we're raising money to try to start school clubs at other spots, especially in underserved communities, and get kids an example and an opportunity to experience it for themselves. That site is onewheelminichildren.com. And we're putting on clinics tomorrow to get kids of all ages, not just little kids, but adults too, to get out there and try and figure out what this unicycle is, because it's super hard, and I feel like there's a lot of athletes out here that kind of need some humbling. So it's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and then it's Sunday at 10 a.m. too. And we're gonna be right out here in the front. Cool?
Now you can drop the mic. Thank you.
That was great. That was really great. Thank you.
You guys, that was the love that you guys I know are capable of. Thank you for doing that for those kids. That's going to be an incredible thing for them to see. Yeah. So we're about to get into the next couple films, and then we'll bring one of the local favorites up to have a conversation with too.